All right, I am excited to be here, Todd Romer, Young Money University. Great to have Uriel Ramirez with me today. Uriel, we met just recently after you heard the money system presentation from Young Money University. You're in your 20s. You were pretty excited. You emailed me specifically about what the money system has done for you, and I just want to ask you a few questions of the impact that it's made, and how is the money system working for you right now?
Thank you for having me, Todd. I appreciate it. Definitely. So as you explained, you came to my you came to my college, and you spoke a little bit on how the money system, was created and why it was created, and how, personally, the structure of the money system is what helped me a lot. Um, I've seen that with using the money system. I've seen my money lasting me a lot longer than it was before. I say that I was living paycheck to paycheck for a good amount of time until I found the money system, and I say that for right now it's working wonders in my financial life.
That's great. That's great. And yeah, your story's great, of kind of how you were, sharing with me some of your background, and how you love your parents and your family, but you just wanted to kind of do money differently, right? And we hear that all around the country from young people that are trying to change their family tree financially, to change how they manage and do money differently. What are one or two things that stood out to you from the money system that's giving you all of this feeling of more confidence and control? What are one or two things that stood out to you?
Definitely. One of the biggest things that really started me about the money system is the first step, the dream differently part. That is a huge step in figuring out, specifically my financial goals, because at first my financial goal was just to be rich. I mean, have enough money to do everything and anything that I wanted. But that's very vague. So specifically creating a why to why I want to be financially stable it's a big thing that helped me personally.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And it is. It's like we all, traditional financial education talks about, well, make sure you do this and that, and don't go into debt. And that's all fine, but it's just too vague, right? So I love what you said there. What are some specific results, though, that now you're seeing from the money system that you didn't have before?
Definitely. So as I had mentioned in the beginning, one of the things that I used to look for ever since I started working really was living paycheck to paycheck. I would get paid, and about 3 days later, I was completely out of money. I wouldn't have any savings or anything like that, and didn't really plan for the future. Started working, when I was 16. So definitely with having the money system and using it, I've been able to see that my money not just lasts longer, but that I actually have money saved. And I didn't, my income didn't change at all. I've been making the same amount that I did whenever I first started using the money system, and just seeing that the money system helping me reorganize the way that I spend my money has helped me not only know how I'm spending it, but also saving for the long term.
Yeah, cool, because you created those digital envelopes of cash, those named savings accounts, right?
Yes, yes, that was a very important part. I actually switched from a traditional bank to credit union, Mountain America to be specific, and I saw that I was able to create these digital envelopes that helped me create a spending plan and help me work my money throughout the whole. I think it's 15 days that I get paid. I get paid in 15-day intervals.
That's fantastic. Was there anything when you heard of the money system, when you were going through it, were you hesitant about anything before maybe before you decided to follow it? Were you hesitant to, like, oh, this can't be true, or I don't know, anything that created some hesitancy in you?
Yeah, yeah. The fourth step, investing money differently. Investing to me is something that I've always wanted to do, but I was never really taught how to do it. I come from I'm a first generation Hispanic. My family, they didn't really have a financial education. We didn't know about how finances really worked. My parents don't have any money invested, so naturally, I just didn't know where to start. And I would look at videos and hear different things and say, "Oh, this is a little risky. This might not be something good to do with my money." But with the money system and just seeing overcoming really the myths of investing. It was specifically with the automation using Acorns. Mountain America also offers the same concept, which I've also been doing. Has really just helped eliminate most of those fears.
Awesome. Well, what would you tell other people who may be in a similar situation before you saw the money system? What would you tell them about the transformation that you're seeing? You know, if others that are in your seat, in your chair, if you will, in your shoes, right? That you're like, this is what it did for me. What would you tell them?
Uh, Biggest thing I could tell anyone that's hesitant about investing is don't be afraid, especially if you're young, if you're in your 18, 19, or early 20s, really even your 30s. Don't be afraid. You still have a lot of time. Time is your best friend in the stock market, and the longer you wait. And the longer you say, "Oh, I'm afraid of this," is it's affecting you in the long term because you don't have as much time as you did as 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago.
Yeah, for sure. And so, as far as those two that are, I love that about investing and not be afraid. You felt those same things, and now you're fully involved with its acorns or other fractional share investing that your credit union offered. That's awesome. What would you tell others about the money system specifically that are people like you who are in a similar situation before you heard of the money system? What would you tell them about the transformation that they're going to see as well?
Yeah, the using the money system personally reduced stress for me, and it is also kind of overcoming that stigma that I'm never going to be able to do this. I wasn't taught as a child. I wasn't taught from a young age, so I won't be able to put my finances back in order, and that's a big lie. It's never too late to start thinking about money differently.
I love that. I love that. I know the lie is real, right? We have
Yes.
tens of thousands of young people like you, from 18 to 35, even older. It's just a human thing that we tell ourselves sometimes. I don't know if I'm be able to get there. I'm not going to. Will I be able to travel like I want to? Will I be able to get a certain kind of house or provide well for my family, future family? Because do I have what it takes, right? Do I have that ability? Do I have the competence? Am I smart enough? And you've basically agreed that it doesn't require any kind of massive intelligence, which is great, right?
Yes.
That's awesome. Well, anything else you'd like to share just to help other people who are kind of wondering about the money system and if it will help them like it's helped you? Anything else that just comes to mind? And we're almost finished here.
Definitely, I think if you're considering the money system, I think it's important that you do this. Don't put it out till next week. Do it today. If you don't do it today, you might never do it. So definitely, if you're thinking about the money system, or if you're sitting there wondering why am I so in debt, can I even handle this debt? Do the money system. I'm also in debt, and I decided to do the money system, and I can see my debt going down instead of going up like I've seen it go for the past 3 years.
That's awesome. Well, I'm excited for you, Uriel. Appreciate your time. Just letting other people know where you were before you were part of the money system and where you are now. And I can sense. I've had a phone call or email with you at least a couple of times. Met you in person, of course, and I just see some pretty cool confidence for you and your future. So thank you so much for being on this, and have a wonderful rest of the day.
Thank you, Todd. It's my pleasure. Take care.
Take care.